James Rolfe, aka the Angry Video Game Nerd. This one's for you. In fact, this one's for anybody. This one's for anybody my age. I'm approximately 24 years old, who has ever had to have their childhood scarred by the abomination that I'm about to review. In fact, I'm not someone who typically reviews video games. I've done only one previous review, and it was a very positive review for Mercenaries 2. There will be a link to that video on this one, but it's time for my inner child to come out very angrily, might I add, and review a game that I played frequently whenever I was a kid. Now, I know this isn't a beer, and I know that you're probably looking at this like, what a fucking pussy. But let me tell you something. In order for me to fully review that game with beer, I would end the video smashed off my ass, because I would just be shooting them down one by one, powerballing them. And I haven't even told you the name of the game yet, but you can probably predict either by the title of this video or just by my mannerisms which game it is I'm talking about. And that game is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the original Nintendo system. The original NES. We're talking the Turtles at the height of their popularity, or they had comic books. There was movies coming out. Everything was going to be great. In fact, as you yourself mentioned, there was an arcade game that came out with this that was absolutely incredible. It might actually not have been you, but it doesn't matter. There was an arcade game for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where you could play alongside 3 of your friends to defeat Shredder, to defeat everybody. All of the classic characters that we came to know and love, you were able to defeat alongside 3 strangers in your local arcade. And the only thing that you had to do, the only thing that you needed, was a simple quarter. So you could go down there every week or every day if you wanted to, blow a couple bucks, and feel good about yourself because you know that you did the world a favor by ridding it of old Shredhead. But then the game came out, and you had to blow $50 of your parents' hard-earned money in order to get a shitty game. I mean, come on. Is there any redeeming factor to this first Turtles game? Firstly, like you said, the characters. Where the hell are the original characters? We've seen a couple of them. We saw Rocksteady and Bebop in the first level. That was kind of to be expected. But at the same time, not really. You would expect to see them later on since they were the henchmen. They were the 2 henchmen that the Turtles had to face on a constant basis in the cartoon series. You figured maybe these are people that you would get to later on in the game before you had to face Shredder. But no. They stick them right there in the first level, and they're easy as fuck to defeat. What a crap load of dookie. I mean, it's bullshit. First off, Bebop runs into the wall, stays there like he's stuck to it with Elmer's glue, and then Rocksteady, it's so easy to beat that every single child on the block, new, old, hell, there are people playing Atari games in the 1970s that kind of had these dreams in their head. Hey, I bet you whenever the Mutant Ninja Turtles games comes out, you're going to be able to step up onto the high ledge with Donatello's bow staff and destroy Rocksteady whenever he's not even being touched. And of course, who could forget the water level? The water level, as you said, was something that could cause little kids to have nightmares. In fact, I think I had nightmares as a kid that infected seaweed was running up and grabbing me. There are words that I could say. There are words that I could conjure up in my mind to attempt to describe the woe that this level causes. There are many, many a day where Game Genie alone did not seem to be helpful enough. It's like this ocean was programmed specifically to kill turtles. Now, the last time I checked, turtles came from the ocean. They are creatures of the sea. And it's cool that you can, swim and everything like that. I mean, that's at least fucking normal. But the fact that you're a turtle in the ocean and you can't kill anything, what the fuck were they thinking? And 2 minutes to disarm 6 bombs, 7 bombs? Do you know how long it takes an expert to defuse 1 bomb and not fuck up? How many wires do you think are on this bomb? It looked like they were having sex with the bomb in order to keep it from blowing up the smithereens and blowing up the dam. And you know what? Maybe that dam was old. Maybe it's a piece of shit. Was it going to flood the town? Who the hell cares? Let the damn town flood. They'll recover. Cities recover from floods all the time. Why not that one? Because of this wretched level, most people never made it past this point of the game, and pretty much if you didn't, you're pretty much lucky. Because you missed a crap load of nothing. Just a whole bunch of confusion, a whole lot of crap, a lot of areas where the jumps were just almost impossible to navigate, where the pizzas were just conveniently out of reach. The game designers really taunted the user with these particular games. Now I know that because of my lack of gameplay, I'm going to have to satisfy your quench with something. So I'm going to include here a couple of photos of the game that is in question, and trust me, photographs might make you think, oh, the game looks alright, blah blah blah, but trust me, if you have an option, avoid this at all costs. Please, do yourself a favor, buy it for the novelty factor if you can. I'm sure you can find it cheap because it's such a piece of shit. And then just stare at it on a wall. Fucking frame the thing and stare at it on a wall. Do not stick it in your NES system. Trust me, you'll help yourself. You'll keep yourself from needing psychotherapy later on in life. Trust me, this is something that will destroy your brain from the inside out and then recklessly fuck you in the ass.
Alright, now here's the title box from this piece of shit. This was actually taken from one of the actual comic book covers. I believe it was number 4 in the series. So it actually looks pretty cool whenever you're taking a look at it, but it's really just a piece of shit. Alright, here's the top view that you actually see whenever you're playing the first level, the sewer level. This is about as easy as it gets. I mean, the second level, there's only 2 areas, but let's face it, whenever it comes to the latter stages, this is fucking cake. Alright, here you are facing Bebop, and holy shit, he's not glued to the wall yet. Apparently the Elmer's glue is just being applied right now by Michelangelo. And Jesus fucking Christ. Throwing stars? I mean, I know this is a Turtles game and everything, and I know that they're ninjas, but throwing stars? When did you see this in the original series? When did you see this in the arcade game or anywhere? You didn't. Anyways, to check out my further review of the second, third, and fourth game in this series, stay tuned.